Hey, Larry.
They're hurting. Hey, Zelda. What are you doing? She's purring.
Hey, Carmel. Just Percy. No new adoptions yet. And the blurry vinyl. Here we go. Where are you going? Hey, Doc. Hey, Lynette. Why are you guys all over there? You normally come over here. Here she is.
You up there now, Lily? Hey. Hi. Since when do you sit next to Claire?
Who?
Lucy.
Oh. I don't know. Alright, why is it telling me poor connection here? Very bad connection. Oh, it's up there.
There's something that's plugged in over there.
It's a switch, not a wireless router.
It's not my fault.
Is everything coming through okay? It's telling me very bad connection. I don't see any herky-jerkiness going on, but I guess that means anything. Now it went away. So I guess my connection is okay, good. It just stopped saying very bad connection, so hopefully that is corrected now.
Why do you always want to run away from me? Come on.
Says you're gonna take me back to that place again, and I don't trust you anymore.
You always run away from me. He just likes to go somewhere and lay down and then be petted. What you want?
Hopefully it'll correct itself in just a minute. Like I say, the bad connection message has gone away on my screen, so maybe it'll just take a minute. Zelda. Three kickers out here. Lionel has major cat breath, more than the others.
Oh, I guess he eats all that dry food.
Maybe so.
It's just because he's bigger.
I don't know why your brothers don't want to come over here, Zelda. Or Doc.
He's having a bath.
I got in touch with Marty's owner earlier today, and she says he is doing well and has grown quite a bit. I'm sure he's probably about as big as Doc now.
Or bigger, who knows?
And she said that she would try to send me some new pictures of him. As soon as she does, I will, with her permission, put them on the Facebook page for everybody. It's been
such a short time compared to everyone else.
yeah, Marty was the one we had the shortest time with.
I let him go home before he was fixed. But we made the appointment with the vet we were going to.
Was he 8 weeks, 9 weeks?
He was at least 9, I think.
So he's been gone longer than he was here. Which is crazy to think about. Especially when that guy's still sitting here. Yeah. There was Doc, Marty, George, Lorraine, and Maggie. And Doc is the only one still here. We went back and watched old video last night when they were super tiny. Doc, all you do is bathe. Wilson's trying to get into the garbage can. And he's not paying attention to anything but the garbage can.
Directing airplane traffic.
Or cheerleading.
Go team go.
There's Doc. I'm going to knock on wood when I say it, but Doc used to be kind of bad with his claws. The last week or two, he's really not been bad.
Maybe it's just because they got clipped.
Well, I mean, he would still be trying to grab me with his feet, and he hasn't tried to do that.
You say no. No to the door.
We may have to relocate to the back room in a minute. It sounds like cleaning crew may be here, so we may get disrupted. We'll just walk back to the back room while they're here. I hear people, but I can't tell if it's them or not.
Oh, I dropped my towels.
So we will walk back here with these guys. And maybe we can get the cracked toy out in here. It'll be a little dark, but we will power through. There's Hank.
Really hard to play with it in here. I've tried.
They used to come a lot later, but lately they've been here right at 5:30. Hey, Brandon. I don't know who that is. Oh, that Doc eating their food. Of course, it's Doc eating their food. Be light. Make you look like a scary ghost. But hopefully we can go back out in the main room in just a second. They normally just come up and empty the trash cans, and that's about it.
Got 'em all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I was about to say, where's Percy? But I know where Percy is.
Best room for them to-
No, it's best room.
I'm jumping all in that.
Yeah, Percy went home to his family on Sunday afternoon. He was technically adopted on Saturday, but they had other things to do that afternoon and weren't able to take him home immediately, and asked if they could just leave him with us for a day and come back and get him Sunday, and they did. We have a couple of people that showed interest in Lionel. One person was interested in Lionel and Zelda together. I've given them both my contact information and told them they are welcome to call me and come visit them here whenever they would like. Oh, why is it going blurry?
Well, it was that thing the other day, but look.
What? Oh. Not quite 1,000, but it feels like it sometimes.
Can I have it back?
Certainly less daunting than it was when there were 10.
You gotta let it go.
Zelda, since when did you get all angry about it?
She grabbed it and was growling about it. You gotta let it go.
She's like, you're in my turf now. Do what I want.
Oh! Down she went.
And I'll try to remember to move the hammocks back closer. It's 5 kittens plus Stella and Clara. So yeah.
Stop trying to shove the whole thing in your mouth, girl.
Still not 100% sure what we'll do with Clara and Stella yet. Clara could easily be adopted, but
You'll take the right family that's interested in a year-old plus cat who's not super big on being cuddled.
and Stella has gotten, I mean, she has come a long, long way from where she was when we first brought her here. She was she walked around under the table next to my desk with the little stuffed toy in her mouth today and was yowling and kind of playing with that. I've seen her kind of playing with the other kittens a little bit.
Brought the kicker out.
Yeah, she brought the kicker out yesterday. She still is not real keen on Lily, Stumpy, Clara, and Doc. But I hope
What are you doing, Doc?
as these guys get adopted, well, first I hope that Doc gets adopted, first and foremost. And now it's telling me poor connection again for some reason. Anyway, first I hope Doc gets adopted. Second, I hope as the other guys get adopted that she will warm up to the others. It's definitely not as bad as it was initially. I mean, she wanted to fight the first few times she came in contact with him after she started leaving this room. But baby steps. I mean, just leaving the room was a pretty big milestone for Stella, considering she hid under this desk for a long time.
Talk to it. What?
Oh, and she found the catnip that we had put out for the others yesterday. I gave her some more, and she enjoyed that. She didn't go crazy like some cats do. She just rolled around all in it. So I may get some and put it on that thing. She likes to lay on that sometimes, so. And it was on that thing that she was rolling around out there. We've got 2 of these. There's one out there. That's where I put the catnip this morning, and she approved. You guys come on this side where there's light. And since some of you guys weren't here for the Back to the Future kittens and when we used to do close-ups in here every day, the lighting in here is awful because it's that and that. And that's it. There's no overhead lights, and the lamp we used to use, no matter where we put it, the cats would be obsessed with it. But we can't go too long today anyway. I have dinner with my folks tonight, so we won't be doing a marathon today anyway.
Can I have it back?
He says no.
Is that you growling at it?
It was Doc, yeah. Maybe I should get on the floor so people can see a little better.
Don't fall in the water, Doc.
Hey Connie, we're going old school and doing it in this room because the cleaning crew is in the building, and I feel like an idiot standing out there talking to nobody and doing this while they're here.
People inside your phone. I don't know if I could ever be like a vlogger that walks around like amusement parks just talking to myself. I like to watch them, but I don't think I could do it.
Well, I think we're going to go back to PetSmart. We have not nailed down the times. It won't be a 2-day thing. It'll only be Saturday, and it won't be 10 to 5 again. I think that experiment proved that that's way too long to be at PetSmart on your feet. I think everybody was in agreement that it should be, you know, a 10 to 2 or a 11 to 3, just a 4-hour thing, and that be it, because it's not just being at PetSmart, but it's loading everything up, loading all the cats up, loading everything, food and all the supplies and everything we had to carry, and then putting it all in the cars and driving over there and unloading it from the cars. It's like when I played in bands. I would love to play in shows, but I hated the load in, or well, breakdown, load in the vehicles, show up, unload the vehicles, set up, play, break down, load up the vehicles, drive home, unload. And it was just
Why you get famous and hire roadies?
Yeah, well.
Need some cat roadies.
But it's the same type of deal. It's just a lot of moving things around, and 3 flights of stairs never helps anything with that. Especially with these cats. They're heavy. They're not light like they used to be.
You gotta share. I'm proud about it. And also, neither of us work in sales or anything, so it's sort of mentally exhausting too, like trying to sell your cats all day.
Connie will be back, I think, unless something has changed. I've got to talk to the lady again. But she suggested going back Saturday, or said she would probably go back and do it again Saturday, and we were welcome to come along, but just for fewer hours this time than before. I don't know. Her husband said that he would call me middle of the week and see about coming here. He may rethink that when I tell him there's a ton of stairs and all that. He was having some issues with his back. So I don't know. I'm really hoping that either of those ladies call me back and yeah. She wasn't totally awful. She just made some remarks that didn't really go over very well with me. I don't know if she realized what she said, or maybe
Didn't think we'd take it personally.
yeah, either that or she didn't mean it how it sounded. I don't know, but definitely came across as kind of rude. Talking about poor Zelda's face.
I think Miss Zelda has a beautiful face. Don't you? You think you're pretty cute.
I don't see anything wrong with her face.
She's been my favorite in this litter, even though I'm not allowed to have a favorite.
She was like in total amazement that people foster animals, I think. Wow, aren't you guys ambitious? Well, I guess it was kind of just something done out of necessity. And for the life of me, I can't remember exactly how she worded it, but her husband was raving about how sweet the cats were and how nice their coats were, and she just threw out something about her face.
Unattractive or something. I don't remember the exact words. But
oh, and we found somebody at the PetSmart event that was talking to Doc, and she also saw Zelda and Lionel cuddled up together, and she stopped. And I guess it was her husband or whatever. He's like, "Go ahead, get another one. Just let him take over the house." And she came back by, and she's like, I offered to let her pet Doc, and she's like, "Well, if I pet him, I want to take him home." I was like, "Well, that's kind of the point." And she's like, "Well, I have 11. I was like, "Okay, well, we're not totally insane then. You're insane. We haven't graduated to that level yet."
we just have 2 places to keep them. If we didn't have 2 places to keep them, then we'd be winning, but...
But one of the ladies that was volunteering Saturday, I think she said she has 12. Wow. 17 is, good grief. That's hoarding. 22?
Yeah, it depends on how big your house is.
Depends on how much you love to scoop litter boxes, I guess.
I mean, based on our square footage and the number of cats we have at our house, it's like if we had a house twice as big as our house and 16 cats, would it still be okay? Or would
No.
it be too many?
No.
But they'd have the same square footage per cat, is what I'm saying.
Well, okay. An outdoor cat habitat, that's cool. I mean, as long as they're safe and all of that, but Well, Brandon, we started out with one, and then we got a dog, and then we got another dog, and then one showed up.
Doc.
And then there were some stray kittens at Melanie's office. We wound up with 2 of those over the years. And then Mabel showed up, and then we fostered a litter last year. 2 of those ended up being foster failures.
Doc.
And then Clara's brother was outside, and we took him home.
So that crazy person couldn't get him. So typical for how many years was it? With our 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 people.
Yeah, didn't last because you just had to start bringing them home.
Still 2013. I think we got a second cat and dog in 2009. So we spent like 4 years with 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 people. Like normal humans. If we didn't have so many cats, we'd have another dog probably.
I won't say it's completely Melanie's fault, but she was definitely responsible for bringing us from 2 to 4. Number 5 just showed up at our house. Number 6 and 7 we had adopted, but the person's child ended up with allergies, and the mother said, no, we can't do this, so we took them home. Initially with the intent of finding them new homes, but we were already attached to them because we had fostered them, and then they came home with us, and that was it. So that was 7. Tabby was number 8. We had to get him off the street before something bad happened to him.
The 2 I got from my office, there were more than 2 kittens there. My coworkers took some of them to the shelter, so if I kept all the kittens that we saw there, if I'd been able to catch all the ones that we saw and then they disappeared again, then it would have been more than 2. But that was over 2 years also. One of them we found, or I caught the summer of 2013, and then the next one was the fall of 2014. So they're not really, well, what are they, like half brothers, I guess?
Yeah.
Same stray mom.
But folks, I'm sorry it was a kind of a lackluster close-up today in this dark room and a little shorter than we normally do, but I got a couple of little things I got to do. Fill up a feeder over there and change some water before I go. And then I'm gonna head to my folks' house for dinner, so
What are you doing, Hank?
we'll go ahead and wrap today, and we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming tomorrow.
Or maybe his mom's at the door.
Could be. Thank you guys, and as I say, tomorrow will be a little better and well lit and more entertaining, I hope. So until then,
Bye, Zelda.
thank you guys, and look at her horrible face before you leave. So horrible.
Poor Zelda's face.
But thanks guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.